This spring, I found out that there were several companies stealing my artwork off of somewhere online and then placing it for sale on their websites. And I don't know whether they're using print-on-demand companies. One guy who stole one of my pieces was using it to do a fundraiser in Africa, supposedly. I think it was a scam. But the thing is that somehow there was 3 of my images, just 3, and they were my older works, not my newer ones, that were being circulated on several different websites and being for sale internationally. And so I started doing some investigative work to try to figure out how these people were getting my work and then why it was only these 3 images. And so I looked through all the websites and everything that my art could be on, and I found out that I had a long time ago started a Saatchi account, and I had 4 paintings for sale on there, and 3 of them were the 3 that got stolen and circulated on all these different websites for sale. Now, I have no proof that it was Saatchi specifically that they stole them from, but it does seem suspect, considering it was only those 3 images. I also want to make sure to add that I'm not making this video to, harm the reputation of Saatchi or create a mass exodus of artists to get off there or anything like that. My goal with this video is to make Saatchi aware of the problem, and I've been emailing them about this problem, so I'm going to show you guys all that here in a minute. But I want to make them aware of this because although I think they've tried to fix one of the problems that I brought to their attention, they didn't actually fix it. So if you are an artist selling your work on Saatchi, you just know that people can steal your artwork off of there. And they are print quality size, and I'm gonna show you here in a moment about that. It was May 31st that I emailed them to begin with, and so then they said they would get back to me. So then by June 8th, they did respond back. And they said that they've received my question about watermarking images, because I asked if there was a way for me to use their site with putting watermarks on my images, because I don't want people to steal them, and I would love to be able to continue to use Saatchi. And so what they said is that the Saatchi art currently doesn't add a protective watermark to artwork images on our site, and they don't allow it. However, be assured that we'll never make high-resolution images of any artist's work available for download. Any high-resolution images sent to us by artists are accessed only by our site's administrators in order for us to produce prints for sale. And the thing is with Saatchi, if you've never used Saatchi before, they will make print-on-demand prints for you, and they require you to upload a very large image size as your minimum image size. You don't have the option to just upload a smaller photo like you do most other websites. So if they're going to require artists to upload a very large image of their work to use their site, then they need to make sure artists are protected. I mean, I think that's a pretty obvious thing. Okay, and so then I responded back and I say, that's not true. I can download these images, and here, I'll show you how. And just so that I promote the artist who I'm using as an example, this is Dean Russo. He makes cool kind of street art, pop art style things. And so here I showed them. I literally went through this whole thing and showed them exactly what I did. And then I showed them the large image I could download off of here. And I make all my prints myself, and so with this image size, I could make a 16 by 20 gallery wrapped canvas print. That's about the biggest I could go with it. But and anything smaller, like 8 by 10s, 11 by 14s. So this is what people most often order. I've been planning to do this video, so I went on the Saatchi website this morning, and I was pleasantly surprised that now when you click on the enlarged image, they've disabled the right-click function, which is a really easy thing to do with websites. I used to be a website designer, so I know all about these things, and they should have had that done to begin with. I mean, I don't know why, but anyway, and so that's awesome, but they still have one very easy vulnerability on here. I'm on the Saatchi website, and I'm looking at the paintings page, so I'm just going to go to the first one. And now all you have to do is first you view it full screen so you can see the big image. There may be some other ways, but this is the first way I tried, and then I right-click, you right-click, and there's nothing. So that's awesome. They fixed that part, but all you have to do now is File, Save Page As, And then we go and we save. So we go right to my downloads folder, and in here, this is the title of the piece that we just downloaded the page. Here's the HTML page, and then they have all the supporting files in there. So what I've discovered is if you go to number 8, and we're going to say get info, and we're going to look at what this is. On this, the dimensions on this image are 1920 by 2292. This is a very large file. I also want to make sure that you know that I'm going to immediately remove any of these files from my computer because I don't want to steal another person's work. I'm just doing this as an example for the video. Hopefully creating this video will create awareness and help save some artists from getting their work stolen, as well as maybe get Saatchi to actually fix the problem. So ever since I've been sending them emails, I haven't ever heard back since the last one because they just claim that you can't steal it, and I just proved that you can. So anyway, well, thank you so much for watching. I would love to hear your thoughts. Are you an artist who has had your art stolen off of, you know, anywhere on the internet, and what has that done to your art career or impacted your life? Because I know it sure can be frustrating. All right, well, thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.